Human rights campaigner Victor Mlotshwa and his manager Victor Mlotshwa join us now in studio. A very good morning to you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning to you too.
Let me start with you, Victor. Just talk to us about what Human Rights Day means for you, especially in light of the experience that you had that was on social media.
I think Human Rights Day means a lot, especially to me, actually not myself, the ordinary people of South Africa, especially abantu abasha. It really means a lot to say that you finally go to umuntu uzazi, and then from down wazi ukuthi mhlambe imalungelo wakho kwabona into enjalo. Yeah.
And you know, we talk about the Sharpeville massacre. We're celebrating or commemorating the Sharpeville massacre, people who died fighting for our rights. And when the Constitution was signed, former President Nelson Mandela signed it in Sharpeville. And the Constitution actually has a certain bill that deals with human rights specifically, the right to dignity, the right to freedom of expression, you know, the right to equality. Now, to young people that are watching you at home right now, what would you say to them about actually knowing your rights and the fact that if somebody violates your right, you have a leg to stand on, you can actually fight for your rights?
Exactly, my sister. I think especially it's very important sister ukuthi sazi amalungelo wethu, and then sazi ukuthi you cannot be a victim of anything or maybe abuse. Ufuna ukuthi wazi ukuthi mina njengomuntu omusha namalungelo ami and wazi nokwamela, and then make sure ukuthi ayikhona mhlawumbe ini enzekayo namalungelo as a human being wala eMzansi.
Now, just to bring you in, just talk to us about some of the projects that Victor has in the pipeline, seeing that he's now become a human rights activist or human rights campaigner. What can we look out for?
What I can say about Victor, what happened to him, it actually brought to light a lot of things. That there are a lot of people that are being victimized out there and they do not have a voice. So we have launched out a Victor Mlotshwa Foundation. Even though our registration is still in progress, I can say, because I don't want people to go out and Google it and not find it. We have launched a Victor Mlotshwa Foundation, and we are creating a brand for it. We are creating a website for it. We are creating a Facebook page for it. And we're still going to have Twitter as well. We are working again on launching out Victor Mlotshwa officially through Igala dinner. And this is going to happen pretty soon, because this is determined by our registration when it's going to come out. We're going to have to launch him out so that everyone who's been victimized can get a platform through a Victor Mlotshwa Foundation to come in, you know, and voice out. It's not only voicing out, but even the money that we're going to be raising in that foundation, we want to use it to reach out to a lot of people that are disadvantaged. You know, disadvantaged South Africans, like sending the children to school, like helping the elderly, you know, people that have do not have the means, you know. So this is the main purpose why we're saying we want the Victor Mlotshwa Foundation to really stand out.
Now, Victor, you know, when I saw that video, I must say that I was personally touched. I was actually close to tears when I saw it, and your story is really moving, and I'm very happy that you actually didn't pass on. We're not speaking about you in the past tense. You are still alive. You have a bright future ahead of you. You are still a very young man. What plans do you have to actually make South Africa a better place for other young people like you, for them to know that it doesn't matter where you come from in life, you can actually become what you want to be?
Actually, what I've got plenty of plans. I've got a lot of plans as my manager has mentioned. Those some of the just are one of my plans that I'm planning. So as a young person, wala eMzansi, kunezinto eziningi kakhulu engihlele ukuthi mhlambe mangizenze, even though one of those singakabi are still in process, angeke ngikhulume kakhulu ngazo, but mina njengomuntu omusha la ngidlule khona, I think konke lokho kungenza ukuthi ngibe umuntu strong, be strong enough ngizimele, ngene ngikwazi ukuthi nabanye
And just some closing comments from you, just speaking to young people out there and even elderly people, you know, because human rights, everyone has rights as a human being, from infancy all the way through to a late adulthood. Just talk to South Africans today about the importance of knowing who you are, knowing your rights, and how they can actually just be encouraged to do the right thing and not abuse other people's rights as well.
I think I will actually speak in two platforms. That if we're still having the abusers out there, we're trying to build a new South Africa. We're trying to build a balanced South Africa where it caters for both. I'm saying if you still have that mentality of being an abuser, or you still feel you can get ahead or above the law, I'm sorry to say this has to come to a stop. And to those that are being abused, please don't keep quiet. Please voice out. We are here. We want to give you a voice. We want to give you a platform to speak from. Thank you.
And now, Victor, just your closing comments to somebody out there who maybe bullies other children in high school and primary school, or even in university, to people who are the ones that actually perpetrate this kind of abuse. What do you want to say to them, and just your closing comments to South Africans out there?
As Ms. Lopez just mentioned, we are starting to bleed in New South Africa. So such behaviors, we really do not want them. Listen to this, izinto esingakwazi singafuni ukuthi siphinde zenzeke. So kibo labantu ufuna ukuthi bazi ukuthi bame izinto esozohlala nazo, uyakhuluma, get help, usizakale, awuhlali nento enjalo uzokwazi ukuthi now at least at the end of the day ugcine right. So you must not keep these things a secret.
Thank you so much once again for joining us in studio. That was human rights campaigner Victor Mlotshwa and his manager Victor Mlotshwa joining us in studio, just inspiring young people out there to know your rights,